EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. Dances by him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Go right in. And let's pin the mirrors back and go. There we go. Kill.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Check it back.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Safety's creeping. Rush in. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch QB drop. Shift. Watch the shift. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Shift.
Now Elliott. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Exit.
Looking to throw. Prescott connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Here we go. 4-8. Then we're going to 53. Tackle. 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Zadarius Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Tight yard. Then we're going to 53. Here we go. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Kill.
Now Prescott steps away, and the Cowboys are in the end zone for the touchdown. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Over.
Rodgers going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here we go, 47. 35 tonight. Danny.
Here's Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Watch the run. Kill. 26.
First down, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dean Lowry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Switch. Watch the safety creep.
10th carry now for Elliott. And an alley to run. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Good. Come on, the ball. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. That one complete to Elliott. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Oh, he's going to let... And oh, it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. Yeah.
That too.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all.
Hey, check 26. Hey, Haywood.
Rodgers now on first down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This a 33-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll go again to Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down.
26. Topper!
Now it's Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 26. 55, my God, 55. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, seam 6. 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Focus, defense, focus.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Austin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Go line in. Here we go. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line in. Check, check. Press down. Press down. Press down. Check 24. Check 24. 26.
They go Elliott again. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Mike. 58. Come to 50. We want it. Come to my. Hey, wahoo. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to find Graham, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end, Graham. Packer 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Look at the 8. 54. Pick me up. Here we go. Look again. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch it, Mike. Cut. Check. Look again.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's got room. 20. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
54 Mike. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Scan 300. Scan 300.
On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Jump out! 65! 65! Look again! 65! Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. 4 yards on the touchdown, Graham. And the Packers have taken the lead. And Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The end result, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So it's 1st and goal. Need to be a little wary of leaving Aaron Rodgers too much time, but you got to score here first. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Let's make these babies cry.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Go, get out there.
Now Elliott. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Rodgers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Smooth. 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen.
Back to throw. Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. Rodgers to throw. He's got to hook up to Lazard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, take 26. Hold. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, Alpha. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. We ain't giving up.
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Mike. 318. Let's go, tight end. Let's go now. Live. 55 to Mike. check. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Hey, 88, 88, 88.
To throw is Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
First down and goal to go.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Bravo. You can't block me. Mark 55. Mark 55. You. Kelly. Don't let Kelly. Back. Check. Hey, Mike. Look at you.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I had given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and there in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream. Maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.